All right. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Nothing to See here. As always, there's nothing to see here except for me drinking my good old cup of Joe. I hope everybody has a blessed day today. Today is Saturday, and the date is February 4th. 10 days till Valentine's Day, ladies and gents. Another pagan holiday that helps that capitalism loves. I love this country. But anyways, um, yeah, I woke up a little late today. It's 0620 hours instead of 0520 hours. No need to wake up early, but after a while I can't sleep anymore because I go to sleep early. By nighttime, I don't, there's no reason for me to be awake. Whatever. Anyways, got good old tobacco here. Thank goodness for that too. Thank goodness for health, period. I know that's kind of a hypocritical thing to say as I'm smoking tobacco, but I have to be grateful. Anyways, uh, let me continue conversating with myself. This is rather odd. I don't really have a line of questions or anything to follow up on. Current events in the world that can differ from individual to individual. What's current to me in my world could be different than what's current to you in your world. Um, oh, I gotta try to be quiet. I forget my queen and the princess are sleeping right behind me. I'll tell you a current event in my world. We're out of ice cream. We need to get more ice cream. Holy shit. I'm so sorry, but I had a sweet tooth last night, and this is bad. I've been having this a lot. I gotta tell my queen, stop buying snack packs. They're not a big hit. Nobody really cares for them. Instead, invest the money that the snack packs would cost. I know they're cheaper, but still, every penny counts. Put that towards ice cream. And whatever ice cream's on sale, that's the one that we get. Oh, and by the way, it's kind of cool outside. So let's go to weather.com on our trusty Chromebook, or Papa Alex trusty Chromebook. And what does it say? Oh, I forgot. On this website, you gotta put in your zip code. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think the zip code works anymore because there's like one in Italy that matches ours, 33026. Oh, here it is, Pembroke Pines. I have three that are constantly safe. I have Leicester, England, Barcelona, and Pembroke Pines. 63 degrees, ladies and gents, and I'm wearing a soccer kit, but 63 is not that bad. People from Canada, they go outside and they go in the water in this. So it says it's cloudy with an expected high of, adds 74 and nighttime temperature of 69. Possible rain after 1100 hours. So that's the weather. Jeez, I feel like a news person, but I just wanted to make a video. Real quick side note, I want to apologize to an individual yesterday. I don't want to name names. I don't like doing that in this channel, but I did kind of I was quick to anger at a text that I read that was sent to me, and I took it heartfelt because I don't think it was accurate. I don't think it was. I don't think it was accurate at all because yes, I'm not the best when it comes to providing for my child because obviously I've been like black box as they say in Hollywood or whatever, blacklisted from being employed. I applied. I have like list of applications from 2012. From before our daughter was born. Like I have a whole paper stack of lists. I have notice in my email. I also have from when I started applying at the local supermarket, which is an ideal job because not only is it entry level, but it's not something that is it's not in the market. It's owned by the employees, which is really good because at least I'm working not just from paycheck to paycheck. And as I mentioned this before in the channel, for people who've seen this, I don't like repeat myself all the time. But I'm also working to eventually receive a pension, and that's why I ideally would like to work there, so that in the event of my demise, my child, our child, I mean, and also her mom, because uh, children need their parents, whether it's a mother or father. Um, they they have something, that, that something, they're not just left penniless. But unfortunately, we put our faith in money, so which is a pretty good system, I would say. I mean, it's worked so far, except for I think nowadays, like politics is like more like watching reality TV, which is just hilarious, but it's not because I asked my mom a question yesterday. I said, "Mom, if you were a dictator of any country, and you could obviously you're a dictator, you have all the power in the world. It's like a totalitarian government. You're the dictator. What's one thing that you would want to have done?" And she said, I thought she was going to go with everyone have access to clean water because obviously that's the number one thing that we need. But she said another number one thing that we need. She said I would have it so that there would, food would be distributed to everybody so that nobody would go hungry, because that's true. Food waste is an actual thing. We waste, I forget how much food every day, and the reason that we do that is for economical purposes. It's cheaper to throw away food that is not consumed at the end of the day, whether it be at a restaurant or the place where I want to work at. They actually donate it to churches. So there already is a system like that that exists here, but a lot of people don't know about it. In South Florida, I don't know, in Broward County at least, you can go to your local Catholic church on certain days of the week to show them an ID that shows that you live within that region, and they'll give you food that was donated that same morning from the place where I want to work. That's another reason I want to work at that place. The founder of the place, which I'm sure a lot of the employees don't even know who he is or might even know what his name is. He was a person that was really into he was a people person. He was the type of person that he would always have the door to his desk open, and he let his employees, it doesn't matter whether it was his second in command or a bag boy in the store, he let them come in, have a seat, have a chat. That's what, he was a true leader. True leaders usually get, think of think of everybody in the team as an equal. They're open to ideas from everybody, and that essentially helps companies grow because you never know who's going to have the next biggest idea. And but yeah, enough about that. What else can we talk about? So yeah, I'm sorry to that individual for that outburst. Um, yes, I know I need to reinforce my um, my capacity to have emotional intelligence, emotional strength, not to get easily angered, which I don't get easily angered, but what the particular comment that was said, I feel like that was a very sensitive topic, and the irony of it was that it had to do something about how my daughter needs me, and I read the comment at a moment when I was with her, walking her to school, which is something I do every day. Every morning I wake up, I wake them up, and what we do is and it's worked so far. Hopefully my daughter doesn't see this video. We do what's called a soft wakening, so that we don't get like you know how kids are. They don't want to wake up in the morning. So what I do is I offer her breakfast every morning. I try to do that like 30 minutes before her wake up time, to give me time in case she says yes. I can have time to make her breakfast. And so like at 6:30, which is like right now. Yep, 0631. Right now, I will be going into her bedroom, turn on the night light, and I just kind of nudge her lightly, and up to the point where she's, uh, waking up to kind of like, give me a little like get the F out of here kind of like noise or something. And I say, okay, I'll take that as a no. And I tell her, I'm like, okay, it's time to snuggle with mommy. Because she's used that as an excuse before for not waking up. She says, oh, I don't have enough time to snuggle with mommy. Here, get out of here. You just don't want to wake up. But anyways, and that seems to have been working to now. Knock on wood. Like I said, people change, people grow. Every day we learn something new. Every day, essentially, one thing that one of my neighbors told me, he's actually kind of popular around here because he's a real estate agent. You see his ads all over the place. Him and his mom, they're like a team. He told me every night before he goes to sleep, he tries to think of one thing that he can do the following day to make his life better. And then he tries to do said thing, which is pretty good advice, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really tried it myself. Um, Me personally, I mean, I have been trying new things. A lot of them have been working. It's just some things are just harder than others, but that doesn't mean that you can't give up. You have to keep on trying. What is it that I want to show you guys a picture of? Oh yes, let me show you a picture of this. I'm gonna pause the video so that I can edit it into it. The place that I worked at, I got a job there when I was 17 years old, and I worked there approximately through three different ownerships. It was the same business essentially, but it was sold by the first owner, which was the one that hired me, to a Haitian individual who had experience in that type of practice, but he didn't have a license to practice here in the States. Then after that, he racked up debt, and then it was a long story. Left his wife, beautiful person. I can't believe he did it. Men, we're dicks. Anyways, um, he racked up debt. He just essentially just left the business. It was just left there. The landlord at the time said, "Well, he was talking to one of the other individuals that had stayed working there. He wasn't in a leadership position, but he was the optician. He wasn't the owner of the place, because there are establishments where you can go and get your eyes examined by pairs of glasses that are actually owned by opticians. We have one right up here across the street from our house. So he talked to him and he said, What about the guy that was hired here to come here on a part-time basis by the individual that left the practice? Would he be interested in taking over? You know, he wouldn't have to pay anything. All the equipment's here, all the patient information here. So essentially, it was like, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of, you know, it's like he would be starting a business, and instead of investing like 50 grand, 100 grand, he'd be investing essentially nothing. He'd just be paying the rent because that's the only thing the landlord was worried about. Let me show you a picture of what's sad. They're going to be moving. Okay, and as you can see from those photos, they are moving actually closer to one of my to was it my no my second job, which was Boston Market. The Boston Market was located at 50 South Flamingo Road, which is right at the corner of that plaza where they are moving to. They are moving to 246 South Flamingo Road. It's a Publix Plaza. It's located on the corner of Pines Boulevard and Flamingo Road. Uh, that Publix has a nickname. They call it Cemetery Publix, which is rather mean. I hopefully none of my demographics are over like 65, 75 years old because the reason they call it that is because there's a Century Village that it's right like a mile or two from the place. They have buses that go from the Century Village over to the Publix. Like I think Monday through Friday, if I remember correctly, they added weekends also, and I'm not sure, but I know it's Monday through Friday. So the majority of their customer base are slightly older demographics. That's why they call it that, which is a really mean name. And also, if I remember correctly, that store is the last store in a certain region because the stores are divided in regions. That way, when they have regional managers, they manage certain areas. That's the most southernmost store in the region that I am in right now. You know, but this is at a you know at a whatever owner like a administrative level of the place. This has nothing to do with you actually going to the store and purchasing your items. These are just things that I know from working in the business for many years, mostly through direct store delivery. You know, you get to you hear a lot, people talk, and then you learn a lot of things. But anyways, so yeah, they're moving over there. So the place that I worked at for I'd say about at least like 13 years of my life. I worked there from when I was 17, and I started in March of 2020.
I
And
meant
the
to say
last day that I
2000,
worked there was
sorry.
around 2013, I believe, or 2015. I forget the exact date. But yeah, they already started moving. If you see in one of the two pictures, like if you look close enough, like the place has been emptied out already. So I'm very sad to see it go. If there's anybody watching this, any people over there with pockets, deep pockets, that want to make investments in some type of odd business, you know, just for fun, you know, excuse me, people with money who essentially money is not making you happy anymore, and you want to try to do some type of adventure, not adventure, but some type of business venture, and try something either maybe unique or something that's not unique. I don't know. I want to open a new shop. The location, I'm gonna admit, the plaza is administered by Publix Corporation. Um, they have a 99-year lease on the place, so the rent is not cheap. Um, they keep it pretty high, but it's an excellent area. The name of the plaza is called Village Square Plaza. And the address of the location that's opening up is 1673 North Hiatus Road, Pembroke Pines, Florida 33026. It is located between a popular location. It's called Mayor's Cafe, and it's because it's owned by the mayor of the city of Pembroke Pines, and he pops up in there. He's like a celebrity. And next door, it's a Chinese restaurant called China City. They've been there forever. And next door to that's the Publix. So it's a very good spot. The anchor location, the Publix, is excellent business. There's also a McDonald's in the plaza, which you know is prime real estate. That's why they had. That's why they can charge what they charge. Then and there's a Bank of America as well in the very corner of the plaza. Other locations include, I think they have Advanced Auto Parts, they have a Pizza Hut, and then they have some small businesses. Thank goodness, there's still such thing as small businesses. Oh my gosh, the way this country is going, probably the whole world. Oh my goodness, everything is a, you know, we have antitrust laws, but they don't mean shit. They don't allow monopolies, but duopolies, on the other hand, you see them all over the place. Every single thing that you see is owned by one of two companies, three if we're lucky, four if it's a miracle, but everything is owned by the same people, ran by the same people, and it's just not the same thing. Things aren't just the way like how they used to be. You know, people would come here, they would want to open up their own little business, and the only things that I think they have thrived are like Middle Easterns. They come here, they open up their own little like 7-Eleven stores, but primarily, well, no, there are some in locations that are well, not really affluent, but I'd say middle class. We have one here in Pembroke Lakes Plaza, which is um, where I go to get my bicycle serviced. It's in Taft and 104th Avenue. And there is a little store there that's a mom and pop owned store. I don't know what nationality they are, but I believe it's of some type of Arabic nationality. Because when I hear them speak, I can kind of, when Arabs speak, you can kind of like tell that it's Arabic they're speaking because they're always like, I'm not gonna do the accent. When I used to be more social, I used to be able to, I used to pick up little words here and there or little trends here and there, but now it's been so long. I'm more of a, like I said, I'm an introvert, so I don't really go out and talk as much, but that does not mean that I'm not willing to work. I talked to my buddy who I thought he wanted to open up a dispensary. It turned out that we had misunderstood each other in the information that we exchanged, and that was not his plan, and that kind of broke my heart. I spoke to my dad, and I told him about the idea of investing in a 24-foot box truck, and how you have people who deliver from Amazon, who deliver from door to door individual packages. There are also people who deliver from Amazon, but instead of delivering door to door, they deliver from warehouse to warehouse. So essentially, their trucks are filled. Uh, According to my buddy, he says that you do need your Class B because the trucks will weigh more than 26,000 pounds. So if I go by what he says, then yeah, you do have to have some kind of special training, but that's easy. I remember I aced the test when it came to because first you have to get your permit, meaning you have to do like the written part of the test. That was simple. All you have to do is learn like the essentials of like the machine that you're working on, which is a truck. You have to learn different things about like air brakes, about connections when it comes to if you want a class A. There's different areas of the book that you study depending on the class type of license you want. Different connections, like you have the connection that goes from the truck to the trailer. There's the connection for the lights, connection for the brakes, yada yada yada. The eighth wheel, you have to learn. I think it's called the eighth wheel. You know how to how that kind of like works with the trailer. The trailer, you have to learn how. I forget. It's been such a long time. I think I ended up taking the test twice because there was two times that I almost got my CDLA, and that would have been a blessing. Because yes and no. Am I upset right now that I only work, let's say, 10 hours a week tops? A little, yeah. I wish I could make more money so I could, you know, actually be a real provider. But at the same time, I have the, I'll say it, luxury to spend time with my daughter that is not afforded to much people. And actually, forget luxury, blessing. I have that blessing, and for that, I have to be the most grateful. Like I usually always say to mom and dad, that they have afforded me that luxury. I know that there I don't think there's anything I could ever do to repay them except the fact of taking care of them, but I don't consider that repayment. I consider that a privilege. And yeah, you know, and I sit here and I talk to you guys and I seriously think about, you know, the situation that I'm in life and the things that are going on and the things that either, might strike a nerve or things that, you know, might make me feel like I'm not happy with the way things are going or whatever the case. I don't know. Then I look back and I think about all of the things that are going the way, all the things that I do have going for, the situation that I'm in. And I realize I'm like, you know what? You are more blessed than you will ever realize, and I think that's one thing that I wish I could impart if I was a dictator. Maybe I would impart that everybody would acknowledge all of their blessings and be truly spiritually happy with the things that they have, and also that they would, you know, be fulfilled, whether it be in their uh, in their family duties, in their uh, duties as employees or whatever a partnership duties with their partners. I just maybe that's what I would want. I don't know. I forgot what I don't know if I said that. I said that I would. I said I didn't say anything that I would want if I was a dictator. I just said to my mom. I said I thought really you were gonna say that you'd want everybody to have clean water because allegedly, from what I see on screens, there's a lot of people in this world that don't have clean water. Or if that's the case, that's rather worrisome because water is probably the most essential. It is the most essential thing to life. That's what we look for when we look at outer space. We look for signs of water first to see if there's life. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. There's nothing to see here. Have a blessed day. May today be the best day you ever had in your life. Be kind to one another. And thank you for watching. Oh, yeah, and I forget, subscribe and like and things like that. I don't know. Okay, bye.